What's going on, Odooers? In this video, we're going to talk about creating activity plans in the CRM app. Let me set the scene for you. You and your team are CRM wizards. You're tracking opportunities and leads, reporting wins and losses, and identifying what opportunities are likely to convert and which ones aren't. Go you. But then you ask yourself the question humans have been asking themselves since the beginning of time. Isn't there an easier, quicker way to do this? Manually entering all these activities is a mug's game, especially when we follow the standard plan for most opportunities. Odooers, I'm here to tell you that's a game you don't have to play. Not when you're playing with activity plans. You can use them to assign whole lists of activities in just a few clicks. Now, let's go make one. Today, let's begin by opening up our CRM app. Now, we don't need to enable anything in the configuration settings. Activity plans are available by default. However, we will start by clicking on Configuration and clicking on Activity Plans. Now, I've already started making a plan, so instead of clicking the New button here in the top left and starting from scratch, we're going to click into this Custom Furniture Production Flow Plan. Before we dive into the activities I've chosen, let's break down the fields of an activity plan. First things first, we have activity type. This is the activity like emailing, calling, scheduling a meeting, custom activities you've even created, etc. It pulls the name field of the given activity. And on the other hand, we have our summary field, which is the default summary as we entered on the activity, unless we want to mix it up and enter something new. Now, this won't change the default summary on the activity form, though. It'll only change the summary when we use this particular activity plan, as with everything entered into the activity plan. Next, we have assignment. This determines which user gets assigned the activity. This field will override any default user setup on an activities form. By default, this field is set to Ask at Launch, which means it'll go to the user currently assigned to the opportunity the activity plan is for. If you want an activity to go to the same person every time, we'll switch the assignment to default user instead. When that happens, it requires you to select a user in the Assign To field. For interval and unit, both are pretty straightforward. You choose a number, choose a unit of time, be it calendar days, weeks, or months, and once you've set those up, what really matters here is the trigger. Here you can set the activities in an activity plan to trigger either before the plan date or after it. That's the day the activity plan is set on an opportunity. If you're planning ahead for a future opportunity, you could use the before plan date trigger to set activities for preliminary work. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to click Add a Line at the very bottom, and then we're going to select the to-do activity to change it to the activity we want. It looks like the activity I want to add isn't here. No worries, we're just going to click the Search More button. And then we're going to find our custom activity that we previously created, which is right here, create a pitch deck. From here, we'll click on the drag handle and bring it to the very top of the list. And we're also going to change the interval to 3 days before the planned date. Now we're done. We'll go back to the pipeline, and here we're going to click on Brian's Bargains Needs Sofas. A bit of a tongue twister. Now, we're going to go find our activity button, and when we click into that, we see our same old schedule activity form that we're used to seeing. However, this time we have a new section up here, and we could find our custom furniture production flow. That's our new activity plan. So we're going to click in, and voila. There's all the activities we planned out earlier, including both the activities that we specifically outlined in the activity plan, and those will be triggered as a result of activities within the plan, like prepare production line, as well as sample review. You can also see that there are colored letters next to each activity. That's who's responsible for that action. The green N represents me, and the red L represents our production guy, Lord Humongous. That's just his name. He's technically a Viscount. Anyways, let's set the due date for, let's say next Friday, and then we'll hit schedule. And there we go. When we scroll down in our planned activity section, we can see all of those activities created. We can now go ahead and resolve and interact with them just like normal. Great stuff, right, Odooers? I hope this video has shown you how useful activity plans can be for streamlining your sales team's work, rather than entering activities manually and adjusting timelines on the fly. You can now set up activity plans for consistent activity flows. This is especially handy if you've created custom activities to meet your business's needs. Now, if you'll excuse me, the humongous garage band, the Ayatollahs Rock of Rolla, are playing a show tonight and I need to get ready. Until next time, I'll see you later, Odooers.